I don't know, man. Florida has some pretty rainy weather.
Okay, I gotta admit that thing you said, he's more evasive than my father. That cracked me up, man.
Yeah, I know. I'm pretty funny.
The CEO of comedy.
What's up?
Yeah, how's it going, Spy? How's it going? Do anything new?
Um, I'm working on a comic book. That's new, I guess.
Oh, nice, nice.
What did you want to talk to me about?
I don't know. Mystery was one who wanted to talk to
I
me.
didn't get. Yeah, I didn't think I'd get this far. Let me think.
You didn't think through this far? As long as there's no screaming, that'd be epic.
There's never screaming.
Huh? What was that?
So how about that COVID, guys, huh?
Yeah, here's a real killer.
Alright, first question out of the way. Are you still working on another case
Hold on,
file?
hold on. Sorry, I gotta get this thing out the way. Hold on.
Hey, Captain Boomerang is a boomerang, you fuckknuckle. It's...
Okay, what was your first question?
Are you still working on another case file?
Most likely, but I want some feedback first, so that way I don't make the same mistake again.
What do you
What
mean
feed?
by?
Wait,
Yeah.
it goes like.
What do you mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
What do you
What
mean by
feedback are
feedback?
you getting? Yeah.
Well,
Who's the case file on?
obviously people didn't agree with the well, not
Oh yeah.
second case file. I mean more like second rebuttal to your case file. Well done, by the way. Um, um, obviously people didn't agree with this one that I made.
The
So
like to
and
dislike ratio shows that.
I was referring to the responses that I've gotten from people directly on Discord in
Oh
response
yeah.
to it.
I can see
Even
that.
people that are like my friends.
I've read the
Um,
comments too. They're not that nice.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying is obviously it's not agreeable, but my concern is I don't see why, so I'm trying to find out why before I make another case file, so that way I don't make that same mistake.
Okay. I have a question.
Mhm.
Is oof really banned on your server?
It's
Upe?
put in the censored words list thing, so like if you say it, it won't your message won't go through.
Why?
But I haven't muted anyone for saying it in quite a while.
Okay, but why was it a thing in the first place?
If it's alright with you, I'd better not get into that.
Okay. Is it true that you made an oof pass?
Couple years ago, I think I did. I think in 2019 there was this thing called like the O word pass,
Mm-hmm.
where every time you say the O word, you'd have to show the pass in the chat.
Yep.
Wait, what's the O word?
Oof.
Oof.
Bruh.
It was actually 1 year ago.
Yeah, 2019.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Is it true that the only thing you said to... Sorry, hold on. Is it true that you only said that you were gonna upload a video to Conrec Store?
Say it again?
Conrec Store? Is it
No,
true
no,
that
no. See the whole question.
is it true that you just asked? I mean, you just told Conrec Store that you were just gonna make a video and that's it.
Like, is it true that I just told him I was gonna make a video and
That
like that's it, no further context?
like you just like messaged the person saying I'm making a video and that's it. Like you didn't ask any questions about what had happened or anything.
No, that's not true.
No, no, no. I'm asking you.
Yeah, I'm answering it. It's not true.
So
Are you talking about when I mentioned making this video to them?
yeah.
No, that's not true. It was more than that.
Uh.
Screenshot from the video where I'm asking them, hey, did I that was there actually harassment involved? What do you think? Uh, and we going to say that no, it definitely was sexual harassment.
And
That later that conversation, I also included a screenshot saying actually I didn't include that screenshot, but basically, here, let me pull it up.
because Conrad Store said that all you said to her was that you were doing a video and that you would censor her name, and that's it. That's about it, she says.
So what are they insinuating by saying that?
I would nothing really, but what I'm saying is like you didn't. Did you like not ask for like clarification on what really happened or anything? Because
Yeah, I included screenshots of that in the video. We had a conversation about it.
yeah, I know these are
Did
all
you watch the
from.
whole video?
Yeah, I know they were all from February and June. I know they're older screenshots, but
Yeah, so yeah, we had a conversation resolving the beef essentially in February, and when the screenshots were surfaced around May, I want to say May, June, July, around this timeline, um that's when we had a different conversation of me clarifying that there was no harassment involved to begin with.
so just to clarify, would you say that there was 0% pressure and manipulation in the entire thing?
I want to say that no.
Okay.
I think that I'm very stubborn. Well, everyone thinks that, not just me. Uh, I think that I'm stubborn, and I think that I tend to I don't know how to word it. Basically, I think I was being convincing. That's not the same thing as manipulating, you know.
Mm-hmm. Because she would say is that the overall pressure and manipulation came later on when you kept asking her to do more and more. Spy.
I heard you.
Nothing, nothing add on or what?
Well, it was over a year ago, but I can safely say it. There was no manipulation involved to that degree.
Okay.
Anything that they did is what they wanted to do. I didn't extort them. I didn't do anything.
Yeah,
So I would say there's no manipulation, basically. No manipulation. Trying to look for the thing. That's why I wasn't talking. You saw the whole video and you saw the screenshots of us of the conversation in February and June. Then uh then then what do you mean? Are you asking if I didn't clarify or anything like that?
I don't know, just to like clarify like the overall the overall situation to get the big picture, just so you don't make any little mistakes. You know. I'm just asking you because that's something I would have done. But I know that we're two different people. I was just asking. Not like it's a mandatory.
It's what I did. I did tell them that I was making a video. It wasn't that simple, but I did tell them that I was gonna make a video. Uh, and I did clarify with them that there was no harassment, and that's what I showed in the video.
Okay. And just to clarify, like you said, like they were on board with what was happening. They said that at first they were okay with it, but like I said, the pressure and manipulation came later on when you kept asking her to do more and more, and when you started to push her boundaries, and then it became big
Asking them to do more is
okay.
just asking them to do more. It's nothing to sully me for. You know what I mean? They have the right to say no, and there were times where they did say no, and we left it at that.
That's how pressure starts. You keep
It became more of a problem. It was more of a big deal after during the aftermath when we weren't on good terms. It was more of something to be angry about. But that following day, there was none of that. There was none of this. He just manipulated me and harassment me type of vibe from them. Then that following morning, everything was like normal, like it didn't even happen.
Mhm. I mean that's okay. I mean, I'm just saying like pressures, like also like the continuous attempt to just persuade someone to doing something if you keep bugging them and stuff. I'm just saying. I'm not picking sides right.
I don't think that was the case.
I mean that's what from this side of the story apparently was the pressure and manipulation, quote unquote, came later on. Not at the beginning, but later on. But if you want, we can move on from that.
Alright, I found it.
Sick.
So I said I've been down a similar route before where individual players confide in one another, and when one of those players wants to eye to eye with me, due to our no longer friendship, it's used against me. What I'm saying is, like I did before, I'm going to make a video explaining everything on YouTube, so that way I have a side story if it ever goes fully public. And I mentioned that you'll be granted anonymity by default, and they said, well, I don't really need anonymity, but that's fine. And this was after the conversation that we had of me clarifying the situation.
Before you uploaded.
Yeah, I included this in the video. They also said, well, you can post a screenshot or something saying that I forgive you. It definitely wasn't e-rape, they called it.
Yeah, I saw that.
As they intended for it to come across.
Wait, what? Earache? Hold up, hold up, hold up.
Have you not realized what you've been talking about this entire time?
No, bruh. I've just been like zoned out.
Have
The
you not
first-
seen the
The
case
only
file?
thing that he gets out of the zone is the word rape.
I've been
He's like,
kind of just chilling here.
he's like, rape? I'm mid.
I might have to go in a bit, but yeah. What's the next question?
Do you know why Mystery decided to make the video?
I assumed it was because I didn't cooperate with him the first time he asked for a civil discussion. He put a comment in one of my videos saying a spy, we need to have another civil discussion in Discord.
Mhm.
And for some reason it was put in the awaiting approval section of my comments. So basically I had to approve of the comment. That's how I saw it.
If they
I try to
approve
check
your
those
comment.
comments occasionally. Yeah, it had to when you submit the comment asking me for a civil discussion, it put it on the thing where I had to check mark it or delete it. Like basically accept or deny it to be a public comment on my channel. Some comments
Uh,
when they show a potentially malicious link, something like that, they put it in the awaiting approval section of my comments. But I didn't see anything wrong with that comment, so I don't know why they did that. Maybe it was because of the Discord tag or something. Maybe it took a link out of that or something. I don't know. That's how I saw it, and I had no interest in talking to you at the time, so I didn't have discussion. So I assumed your mindset was, and it was just an assumption. I didn't really care to investigate, but I assumed I assume your mindset was, well, if he's not going to talk, I'm going to do the video.
I would say yes and no, but after you set that announcement, you and Jake or whatever, on the 30th of June, saying that my malicious ways of IPs and going into your routers or whatever you said in that announcement.
So you
And
remember our initial conversation, right, about
yeah,
situation, and
yeah,
to be specific, I remember Void saying, "Okay, well, I have a diagnosis for you. It was your Wi-Fi being shit." Um, when we had that conversation, I wasn't convinced that there was something going on. The situation seemed too precise at times, like when things would happen, how you guys would respond to it, how Time Polar messaged me right as it started happening. Uh, Basically, things started adding up to make a picture, and that you guys explaining it away to me, I wasn't convinced. So I announced to the server. I had it announced to the server. When I included the names and everything, when I announced that, so people would know who to refer to. Oh, that was after Jake announced the full thing. That happened. Uh, that was supposed to serve as more of a warning.
okay, give me a sec. I don't think that makes things any better. So hold on.
Well, I felt like there was still something going on, and I didn't just want to say nothing. Plus, you guys weren't making any better on your end by continuing to advertise on my Discord servers and all that.
Wait, so Jake is actually not Spy J?
It was in a call.
Honestly, at this
Was
point, I don't know.
It was in a call with Thanos and Fabio and Polo and me. We were both talking. Which one of you asked that? Because Silky kind of sounds just like Void.
What? He doesn't sound like
Yeah,
me.
it doesn't sound like.
Oh, maybe I'm just not knowing who is talking.
Alright, I'm Silk.
I'm Void.
Haven't you known like both
You
of you guys
don't
for like 3+ years?
I haven't heard Silk's voice before. I think he played Minecraft Marvel Universe back then. And he might have played my server for a little bit back in 2017, but I never heard his voice before.
No, you heard it before during like an endgame stream. But I sounded like a squeaker back then, so
He sounded like a squeaker during the Avengers Endgame screening in 2019, like last year.
yeah.
Got kicked in the balls.
Yep. Yep. That's exactly what happened.
But you realize what I'm saying, though, right? That's like a year. Avengers Endgame was only last year, you know?
Oh yeah, true.
Yeah.
Time goes by fast. But I mean, yeah. The whole thing was kind of getting me like a little irritated because you were saying that I'm involved with along the lines of attacking via router and Wi-Fi networks and luring people with false motives, with malicious intents. And I thought that was dumb. So that motivated me to do a video in which finally people really don't think I did those things.
Part of me still isn't convinced, but I technically don't have 100% solid proof that you did do those things.
Mm-hmm. And yeah,
But I won't continue to fight it.
yeah, that's fine. Either way, it doesn't really make it look good on your part. But
Well, I'll tell my story in the next video when I actually rebuttal the whole case file rather than just the harassment claims. And hopefully I'll give people a perspective on why
Wait,
I was in that
when you
mindset.
when you make the video, can you mention me?
he did say Mystery M in his party.
I'm not a sidekick.
When I meant in his party, I didn't mean sidekick. I meant people in the same circle.
Fly home, buddy. Okay, also... Is it true that you encouraged the girl to get an abortion?
Oh my fucking god. What the fuck? Before I answer that, well, I'm gonna give you the blunt answer. No, I did not. Before I answer that, where the hell did that come from? Before I go into detail, I would like to know the source of that.
Uh,
I thought that was said and done, long time back in 2018.
let's see. I think maybe a few weeks ago, or when the video came out, someone reached out to me about that, and then a different person also reached out to me about that. So yeah.
I'll go into detail, but when you make this next video, I assume
When
you
I
should at least
was-
include this explanation. Are you gonna make another video?
Depends.
Only if it's a sec tick.
Only
What?
if it's worth it.
Wait, I'm sorry. I heard two things at once.
I heard something about a sex tape, and I
I heard
heard.
that too.
Okay, say it again, Mystery. What did you say?
It depends, I said.
Right. Basically, no, I did not. I was in a relationship in December 2018. I was in a relationship in December 2018. And when I first met the girl, she said she was she was pregnant with her ex. And we were talking, and I was like, "Well, do your parents know? Does your dad know?" She's the type of girl. She's the type of girl her parents had her at
She's
a
been
young
around the
age.
block.
Sorry.
No. Her parents had her has a young age. So imagine her being like a teenager, and her parents are still in their late 20s. That's how. That's to give you an idea of the relationship here. So
Okay.
teenager with young parents that might have had them around the age of 16. She's that type of person. Um, she was concerned that if she told her dad would force her to get an abortion. And I encouraged her to tell her dad about it to see what he says, because I told her no matter what happens, you're still gonna be his daughter, no matter what. I convinced her to tell her dad about the pregnancy, and luckily she wound up not getting an abortion. Instead, what happened was she wound up losing the baby. But no, I didn't convince anyone to get an abortion. Um, I am I do happen to be pro-choice, but when it comes to forcing people to get an abortion, that's a different story, and that's not right. Yeah, no, I didn't convince her to get an abortion. I convinced her to tell her dad about the pregnancy, who wound up not making her get an abortion. She wound up losing the baby without an abortion.
Mm.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. I do. Understand.
First told this to Anshul, and
Wait, what?
first told that I first told Anshul about that situation,
Oh, okay.
and he misheard it behind my back and told Sparrow about it, and Sparrow the reason why I found out they went behind my back and told me about it because because Sparrow told someone else to get clarification, like, do you think Sparrow would actually do that? And whoever that was wound up telling New Delhi about it. Basically, it went to New Delhi and came to me. It was basically kind of like misunderstood or paraphrased badly through message sharing or whatever. Like you heard this from that person, you heard this from that person. Dude, when this person heard it, they heard something else, that kind of thing.
Mm. Interesting. Okay.
So who was it that told you about that again?
Some guy.
Some guy. Can I get a name, please?
Yeah. Mystery.
A mystery.
I have another question. I understand that you compare yourself to others that have a certain motive, and maybe their
I
motive.
don't know what you mean.
Okay.
You have no idea what.
You have
Okay,
no-
what he means is, why do you compare yourself to the worst people possible?
The what?
Why do you compare yourself to the worst people possible?
6'9" Logan Paul.
Joe Goldberg.
Compare myself to 6'9"?
No, I never said you did. He just said that.
He said that. Not me.
I know. Whoever said it, I'm asking. Well, I'm asking. I compare myself to 6'9". I do that.
I didn't say
Yeah.
that.
No,
I heard you
you
talk
compare
about
yourself
6'9".
to you compare
I
yourself
don't
to a guy who jacked off in the middle of the street.
Wait, what?
That is
Joe
not true.
Goldberg.
Joe
Yes, he did in
Goldberg.
the first episode.
Wait. Oh, Joe
That poor-
Goldberg?
Joe Goldberg.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. First episode. Okay. Um, when people are looking into my comparison with Joe Goldberg, I had this conversation already, but when people look at my comparison with Joe Goldberg, oh my God,
Yeah, I bet it wasn't. Was it pretty? Or no?
Doug just sent me.
Huh?
Doug just sent me that.
Upload.
It's not very straight.
What?
Is
Who's
that supposed to be mystery
That's
skin? Is
that's
it?
Jug and my skin
Oh, it's Judd.
tongue kissing. He put my head on Venom. Kept Venom's tongue to. Yeah, no. Anyways,
Gay?
I didn't want to say that, but that's pretty much what that is. Yeah, no. When people look at my comparison with Joe Goldberg, they're looking at the wrong things.
No,
They're looking at like the bad things he's done, like the way he just said it. He comparing himself to a guy like jacked off in the middle of the street. That's definitely not what I was comparing myself to.
Wait, what?
It's true that Joe Goldberg did that in the first episode. Well, to be clear,
Yeah.
it wasn't the middle of the street. It was side of a building. It was outside.
Aw.
Basically, it was outside.
It doesn't matter. It was like dead ass next to the street. But okay.
But he said in the
Poor
middle of
old
the
lady,
street-
he didn't even
said-
wash his
he said-
hand and he touched that
said in
bag.
the middle of the street, and that's an exaggeration. Come on now. But yes, it was not in a private area. So that's
Why
the
does that matter?
idea.
Alright.
I get.
Why does that
Alright,
matter?
my bad.
So
Alright, my bad. He went down on the chick in the middle of a furniture store.
okay, whatever. So
Bro,
I want
what?
to give you an example of who Joe Goldberg is, in the way that I was referring to. The Joe Goldberg that I was referring to, not the bad parts that people choose to focus on. So he's the guy that's committed murders. He's done all kinds of weird. He's broken the law several times.
Murder, breaking and
basically-
entering, fraud.
Basically, okay, yeah, those things. Let me give you an example
Agent
of why he's a good
privacy.
guy, despite him committing murders. So he goes over to this guy's house named Henderson, and the reason why he goes to his house is
It's season
because
two,
he
right?
has
It's the comedian, right?
season two. Have all three of y'all seen the show?
I have.
I haven't seen seasons. I only watched 4 episodes and I couldn't watch them
I
anymore.
actually
Okay,
really
so-
like the show, so yeah, go on.
So he goes into Henderson's house, and the reason why he goes there is because his neighbor Ellie is
Yeah.
there to show Henderson
Yeah.
a short film that she made, I guess. And he found Polaroids
Of all the
in
other
Henderson's
victims that
secret
Henderson-
basement the night
yeah.
before.
His sex dungeon.
So-
yeah, and-
He catches Henderson drugging her watermelon juice or something like that, whatever she was giving him to drink, to drug her and
Watermelon?
have sex with her, to basically rape her while she asleep. And he goes into his basement, wound up tying him up, and wears a mask to get him to admit to his crimes on video. So that way he can have something against him and take him down. Because I think what happened was he had the Polaroids, but when they dropped them off at at the police officer, or well, his neighbor's house, to turn him into the police, since Henderson wasn't in the photos, and since they weren't in his possession when they got the photos,
It wasn't proof.
it wasn't admissible evidence. Yeah.
Just
So
like,
to catch him in the act, he was gonna tie him up and get him to confess to his sins on video, and he winds up dying when falling down the stairs. They wound up fighting on the stairs when he's trying to leave the basement, and he winds up falling down the stairs and cracking his skull open, and he dies. So the thing is, Joe technically committed murder, accidental murder, but still murder.
he's
the thing
already
is-
committed like 3 or more murders before that on
But
purpose.
the thing
though.
is, would you rather Henderson die, or would you rather that girl get raped?
See, that's
girl-
the thing. I mean, there's
The girl was
actually
going to get raped if Joe wasn't there. That was going to happen. He didn't have to die, so it was accidental murder. He didn't have to die in order for the person to be stopped. But it was an accident, to be fair. But would you rather things go that way and have Joe be a murderer within that with that reason, or would you rather that girl get raped? This answer is, well, he died and he died on an accident, but he was going to commit rape, so therefore, uh, Anderson's not the victim for getting killed there. He was going to rape someone, so
Or he can call the police.
Yeah, there's like a gazillion alternatives on what he could have done.
there's alternatives. But I'm basically saying how it happened and why he's the good guy despite that happening.
He's not really all a good guy, dude. Like
But
he's
wound
done
up
good.
happening,
He's
what wound
done
up
good.
happening in
And,
the show.
Like,
And Joe,
okay.
Joe is the protagonist, and what wound up happening in the show is Henderson winds up dying
Well,
in
just
an
because he's the
attempt
protagonist.
to stop a rape from happening.
Well, just because he's a protagonist doesn't make him good, right?
yeah,
It doesn't necessarily mean
That's
that.
not what I'm saying.
he's
Also, he didn't have to kill Benji at all. Like, he got that video from.
I'm talking based on the example that I'm using.
okay.
Okay.
He
I
could have
forgot
called
who
the cops.
Benji is.
The
Benji's
first dude who he
yeah,
killed.
the boyfriend that was of Guinevere's boyfriend.
The guy locked in the cage, hit with the mallet.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm speaking based on this example right here. Joe is not the bad guy in that because his goal was to stop a rape, and that's what he did. He stopped it from happening.
That doesn't entirely make him a good person. He literally killed his girlfriend. I hope you know that.
Right. So answer my literal question.
Okay.
Would you rather Henderson
You
would
want
you
me
rather
to
Henderson live, or would you rather that girl get raped?
See, you're asking me a specific question of a bad person who does one good thing. That's not really something you can ask me specifically.
In that situation, given the circumstances, would you rather that girl get raped, or would you rather Henderson live?
How about he
You can't
calls
have
the
both.
cops?
You can't have both.
Option C.
Call the
Batman would find another way.
Alright, I'm back.
Welcome
Oh,
back.
welcome back.
I'll ask Silk. I'll ask Silk. Silk.
You didn't have to drag me to this, but okay.
So Silk.
Yo.
Goldberg
He's killed 10 people.
enters into someone's house, and he winds up killing someone. The reason why he's there is because he was stopping that person that he killed from raping someone. He winds up killing him on accident in an attempt of trying to stop him from raping her. Would you rather the girl get raped, or would you rather the guy get killed? The guy who was about to rape her get killed.
Confront and call the cops.
Call the cops.
I'm giving options here.
How did that girl get raped?
Is
Put it on
call the
Pornhub.
cops an option or?
It's not the way the story went. I'm asking based on what the way that the story went.
That's because he didn't do it. And that's why he should have done. Call the cops.
Yeah, I'm not getting much cooperation here. Just answer the question based on how I asked it.
Silk answer.
Well, you see.
All right. Let me
Is
ask
it
you.
too
Or
late
don't,
at night?
or just don't answer the question. Say refraining from comment. That works too.
What?
So,
So-
I'm gonna respond to your answer. If you would have called the cops, here's what would have happened. So to give you some background, Anderson is basically like role model to Ellie. If Joe would have called the cops, he could say, "Well, this person's about to rape that 15-year-old girl." They're gonna say they know each other, and they're gonna say, basically, it's gonna be it's all good. He's not gonna do anything to me. The cops can't barge in there and be like,
But
hey,
there was drugs
we got
in
a
her
call saying that
drink.
you're finna rape her. You got to go. We're gonna arrest you, or you got to go, whatever, and we got to get this girl home.
But he spiked her drink. And she was knocked out.
If he would have called the cops in the first place, well, he couldn't call the cops at that point because he broke and entered in the first place. So
Call the
didn't
cops.
that be ratting on himself?
Call the cops and do it.
Saying he should have called the cops.
and dip.
So,
Yeah.
the best time would have called the cops would have been before he breaks in. So that way he didn't do anything. That way all he did was call the cops.
Call
So
and
that way
dip.
that way he can be the good guy. He's
Call
because if you would have called the cops at that point where she's knocked out, he's still not the good guy in that case because he broke in
I
to
mean, that's
spy and be
not
a
really
stalker.
that's not an excessive like thing, because like he goes as far as
It's
murder.
not killing somebody
Yeah,
though.
it's not killing someone. It's not as bad as killing someone or
Killed him
torturing
on
them.
accident.
Okay, before that he kills his girlfriend. Literally in that season
I'm
finale.
referring to this example.
Okay, but he's killed multiple people like literally before, and then he goes on to kill more people in the future.
It doesn't pertain to this part of the story though.
Okay.
I can't back up I can't deliver the point I'm trying to make if you use all things considered against me. I'm referring to this one example, and that example being, would you rather him not kill that guy that was about to rape that girl, or would you rather that girl get raped?
Refrain from comment.
Obviously,
Refrain from
I would refer. Obviously, I would prefer for him to die. He was about to rape her in the first place, and he
Let
died
her
in
get the
accident.
character development.
So yeah, call the cops and then dip. If anything, ditch your phone too. Smash it. Call and smash it. There you go. The dude moved from New York to California.
Signal the bat signal.
Call the Avengers, bro.
Could you imagine the entire Avengers just busted
they,
in on
they,
one?
busted, they break a hole in the wall.
You had to call the entire Avengers to handle one
No.
regular ass rapist.
Slaw. You know what I would do? You know who I would
What?
call?
Wait. Is the spy still there?
Yes, he is.
Spy?
Yep.
Look, you're giving an ultimatum. No one wants to go with either of those choices. Realistically.
I'm not asking based on what the person wants.
Okay.
Okay, refrain from comment then. You still that was one of the options.
It wasn't intended to be the option that you want. It's one of those you can't have both situations. Which one's the best option of the story?
Look, I've watched enough anime to
Ideology,
know the answer.
ideology,
It's answer C.
The ideology is that basically he wound up dying and he was about to rape that girl. So at least that girl is safe, and Henderson's a bad person in the first place. The thing with Joe Goldberg is he's not a rapist like the guy that he killed.
Yeah, he just killed multiple people.
No biggie.
Oh, Biggie.
Well, each of those murders are justified in their own way. If you watch the show, you would know
He
that.
killed
That's
his
why he's
girlfriend.
Okay, why did he kill Benji? Can we go back to that then, since they're all justified?
Oh yeah, he already had dirt on him.
I don't want to go that
Yeah.
far.
He already had dirt on the dude, and then he ended up.
I don't want to go
fucking-
that far. I was using this one example.
And you know what the
The
funny
idea
part?
is, even though he killed Henderson was a rapist. He took advantage of a bunch of young girls, and he kept evidence of it in a
On
little
top.
chest in his
At the
basement.
moment of where Ellie was there.
The way I see it, Joe was the hero in that scenario because he stopped Ellie from getting raped.
Yeah, he did a good deed in that scenario. Like I said, it doesn't make him a good person overall.
He wound up killing someone, but he did a good deed in the process. Ellie is safe because of that.
Okay.
You can consider all those things and hold it against him.
Look,
Which is what people do to me all the time, but it doesn't change the narrative. It's 9:49. I'm gonna call it night. Good night, gentlemen. See ya.
Adios.
Bye.
He finally realized
Bro,
he was
man
wrong.
really compared himself to someone who murdered a rapist.
That was all he could focus on. That was the only thing. He left the group too. Fucking. You know what? You know what's funny? I was about to tell him too. One of his fucking murder victims was a guy. Okay, dated this chick, right? And
Mhm.
she cheated on him with another dude, and then Joe went to go confront the dude, and the dude was being like really sorry. He's like, I didn't know. Like, I'm so sorry. Like, is there anything I can do for you? Like, I didn't know. He was like being like, he was like, hey, I could do like this for you. Like, I honestly didn't know. He was being so apologetic, and he was like being totally honest that he didn't know that she was in a relationship with Joe. And then he's like, I'll do anything for you, man. And then Joe pushes him off the building, and he
Spy
dies.
left the group.
Yeah, he did. So Joe kills the guy, even though he was saying he was sorry and he didn't know. Jeez, man.
You think he'll put me in part 2 now?
Yeah.
Maybe I can make a guest appearance.
How long was that? That was 46